Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we will continue our Immortal Hulk testing. Immortal Hulk is of course going to be the newest addition in Marvel Contest of Champions. I already went over his abilities in the last video. It was a Realm of Legends speedrun kind of thing, and he, like, in short, he has a lot of damage potential, but like, in Realm of Legend is fine. You don't have to base specials, you don't have to deal with tricky nodes or opponents, but in actual hard content, playing him can be like, his damage wouldn't be as good and he doesn't have much utility. But let's see what utility he does have. So he's of course an XL character, which is why he is pretty good in this variant 2. And here is the second part. In a second I will take a SP1 to my face and you'll see that we don't die. We in fact will use a SP1 here, and we have a power sting on us, but it won't kill us because we are immortal, as the name suggests. So after that is over, we will regenerate a lot of health. So to go over it very quickly, basically when we are fighting the opponent, we do some damage to ourselves, which is stored in the form of gamma radiation. Depending on how much gamma radiation you have, you gain some abilities. Like after 75 you have a petrify on the opponent. I think it is a 75% of petrify as also. But anyways, so his damage is dependent mostly on his medium attacks, his special attacks, because they give him that wrist in, like, the green wrist in the black circle thing, which is basically called rage, I think, and it gives him the energy damage. He does not have like big yellow numbers. He is a character who's like 70-80% of damage, like when we're talking about him built up. Like in Realm of Legend I was able to get a lot of these charges, and against Scarlet Witch I was able to hit like a 44,000 medium attack, which is pretty crazy. But as you can see, in variant type content he's still pretty, like, he is finishing these fights really quickly. But he is a 6-star rank 3 character, and like, it took him in Act 6 as well, and there it was just so much harder. Here, at least because he is an XL character, we don't have to deal with that many nodes. Like half of, some of these parts had poison nodes, so he is also poison immune, which is, yeah, always nice to have. He is really suicide friendly, being poison immune and also like storing the recoil damage in his gamma. So yeah, he is a really cool character, but I don't think people will use him much because his health bar is kind of weird. Also the degeneration thing, he takes 65% less damage here. Again, the immortality being really useful. It is similar to Corvus Glaive's awakened ability, but damage wise, considering it is rank 3, that heavy attack was actually pretty decent. The damage is not as good as it could be, and the main reason for that is the rage stacks. To keep them up you have to play really aggressively, and you can't really do that. So let's see here against this Archangel. This is a quest again in variant 2, which has poison, so he's actually a really good character to run here. And here, as you can see, like, we have what, 5 rage stacks, and Archangel is 2 bars of power. Now at some point we will have to bait a special attack, otherwise this will happen. We will push him to SP3, which is fine here because we were able to finish off the fight. But in a lot of situations, like 1 SP1, 1 SP2 won't finish the fights, and there you will sacrifice most of even otherwise, like, even if you don't have to bait any special attacks, sometimes the AI is just not aggressive enough. Sometimes, like, the opponent would just block for a few seconds and you'll just lose your rage, and we'll have to build it up again. So in most fights I would say that main damage would come after the SP2 or when you are unblockable, and like the immortality thing is active. But again, we haven't been playing this character for a very long time. We got him what, like 20 hours ago at this point, while I'm voicing over this. So we haven't played a lot with him, and maybe when he is in the crystals and people start pulling him, um, there'll be more rotations, and he may end up being a pretty decent, because he does have a lot of potential, and it's just that I don't see a good use for him. That's the only thing. But otherwise, like this ability being unblockable, look at that damage. It's not bad, and you can easily build up. Like we are at 8 of those rage stacks now, at 10 now. But now, like it doesn't take long to lose them. That's just the problem. Otherwise, he would have been a really solid character. Like if he just gets synergy, it extends the rage by 1 second or something. He would be a great character, in my opinion. So now we move on to Thing. I actually was pretty worried about this fight. Might even heal up. Yeah, this Thing scares me. Also, like you should probably take a look at your charges here. I didn't have many in the persistent charge thing. Your like gamma radiation, so I just had 5, which is the reason I healed up. If I would have had like 100, then I wouldn't have healed up. But here again, another example where you have to focus on your combo. You can't just go ham. You need to make sure you keep his rock stacks in check. So otherwise I would have went for that medium attack there. And yeah, so like in this fight, the energy damage helps because he is a really tanky character. So energy damage definitely helps. Like if it was all physical, then he would be triggering his protection a lot more often. But like here we go for the SP2, but we just went for one hit, and this is the big damage phase, but we couldn't get it in because we had to bait a special because of things. 15 rock stack, unstoppable thing, and like against Juggernaut you would have to wait for his unstoppable to expire. So that is just the reason why he is not a great ramp up character, because you just lose the damage without any of your fault. Like Star-Lord makes sense, you make a mistake and you are punished for it, but here is more on luck. Like if AI blocks a little bit longer, you lose your damage, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So next fight here we do have class advantage, Symbiote Supreme, and yeah, do let me know what kind of videos you want to watch with this guy. I will still have him. I will have him for a few days at least. I'm not sure how, like this is my first beta. This was like this character, I don't have him, it is just in the CCP beta, and he's even in the beta, they'll take it away pretty soon. It's just here so that I can make a few videos on him. And thanks for watching, have a nice day, subscribe to the channel for more content, hit that like button, and stay safe. Bye bye.